Yeah, I'm late. Oh well, I don't know. I just slept through it. I was just so tired today. I was tired of a lot of stuff. You know, tired of certain people out there. They promised to call you and oops, was my phone on? I guess so. Oh, I wonder if anybody called. Probably doubt it. Write down anybody called. Oops, oh I forgot. I forgot. Let's see. Oops, I forgot a couple things. But yeah. Doesn't make much difference. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, hey, Dave. I just, okay. All right. Put all this back. Okay. Let's see. Behind the times. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. Now we're back. Yeah. Yeah, Dave. I was late. I was just so tired. I rang the alarm and I was going to set it up. Then I went back to sleep, you know, and then I went back to sleep again. It's just weird. Yeah. And walked around today, found a penny, and I thought I was lucky. That's a penny more than I usually find, which is nothing. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it? It's just weird. But most of the time I don't. Most of the time well, especially when I used to be younger, I drive around all the time on Saturday, drive up and down the street. Yeah, when I was a very young man, I drive around looking for ladies and stuff. You drive. Yeah. Well, of course, I probably drive to the wrong venues. Of course, a lot of times. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. I wish it went over $1 million, but I doubt it. Let's see. What did I? Did I forget anything else? Let's see. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't buy a scratch off. That's right. I didn't buy no scratch off. Yeah, I know. I wish. Yeah, especially you know, it's just that it's just oh God, it just when you're older you sleep more. It's for some reason. It's just so weird. When a person's older, they don't think as clear as they used to. A lot less clear thinking when you're older. It's just very odd. Just don't think as clear. Then when you're older too, the pretty young ladies used to look at us. They don't look as. You know. Oh yeah, yeah, yes I did. Uh huh. Yes I did. Yeah, yeah. It works. Yeah, it works much better doing it with the mask for me. Yeah, yeah. Some people can't wear those. Doesn't some? they say that they sleep better without it, but me, I sleep better with it because without it, you know, uh, I'll die. You know, I'll die. It's weird. I mean, what that means is I can't go on the deserted island for a week anymore, like I used to. Want to dream about. Can't go on the deserted island anymore because you know, like I say about electricity. Thank Thomas Edison. Thank you, Thomas Edison. You invented electricity. Yeah, they say Benjamin Franklin invented electricity with key, but I believe the one that really invented the electricity and the electrical stuff is Thomas Edison. I think it's actually Edison. Maybe somebody else invented it and he stole the inventions because they say he was known to steal inventions. I don't know. They, they don't sell those, Dave, for the CPAP machine. Oh, it's Fate Stuber. Hey, hey, yeah. No, Dave, they'll just sell the stuff with the plugins. Yeah, they'll just sell stuff with the plugins. That's all they do. Yeah, the solar part. It's like outside, but solar. I guess in some areas, it's certain things in solar. I've heard that's selling a lot. I heard solar trucks aren't selling. I've heard that. I've heard the solar trucks aren't selling. Whatever reason, I guess that's the truck buyers because I'm not going to say why, because I'm not, unless I'm a rich man, I'm not going to buy a solar truck because they're very expensive, to buy these days. Yeah, no, I'm taking aspirin. Maybe I don't need aspirin. Need something else. Yeah, well, it does, but yeah, but it costs a lot of money to get that electrical stuff, and yeah, but then remember, deserted islands have a lot of bugs too. They don't tell you that on TV, they have a lot of bugs of all kinds. They might have the tsetse fly. What if they have the tsetse fly on the island, right? Yeah, might as well. I'm gonna call my terpsies again. How do you do the terpsies? Do the terpsies and get more money, then I'll get the space gods going. Huh. Yeah, really. Oh, get rid of this headache. Yeah, headache is just kind of. Yeah, I just want to. At least I got a couple of towns in this year. I got to look for May and see if they have parades in certain towns, because they didn't really have any parades in April as I see it. So I'll have to keep an eye on the May parades and see if they're any good. And like I said, I'm going to try for the small town parades actually, because number one for small town parades, I think they'd have less advertising stuff, because you go to the big town parades, they advertise for grocery stores, banks, car washes. Like it is all advertisements. Like that one in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. It was all advertisements, all of it practically. That was just so weird. Yeah, sometimes commenters have complained, that I know that your camera angle is bad. Well, trouble is when I try to get a camera angle for a parade, there's some YouTube channels you notice in parades. There's some people they'll stick a camera right behind about three people, and it's in the way. I try to get a clear shot, but sometimes it's hard because somebody's always standing in a spot, and if I go up with my camera and ask to stand in the spot, there's some people they'll start stuff with you, because there's one thing the law enforcement hates to do is they hate to do parades. I notice they hate to do parades because then they got to deal with the drunks. Yeah, yeah. Officers got to the police in towns have got to deal with the parades. That's no fun for those that want to do that. Yeah, yeah. I got to look into the towns very carefully. You got to see the town structure, see where it's easy to park the vehicle. I mean, I got to make sure there's no dogs walking in the yards that are big or anything, like a Rottweiler or something. Because sometimes there's people leave their Rottweilers loose. I mean, back when I was a younger man, people used to have like German Shepherds and Doberman Pinschers, but now everybody's getting the Rottweilers and Pit Bulls instead because everybody loves those dogs now. Yeah, sometimes people just don't control their dogs good enough. And if people look in this statistics in the United States of dogs biting humans in a year, it's very high. It's very high if one looks. Very high. So sometimes there's some people, they'll live near a downtown area. They'll just walk around downtown because that way they can duck in buildings in case of dogs. They can duck in business buildings. But when I walk around, I like to walk behind the business. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Bull Mastiffs is another breed, yeah. But where I live, more people get I think the Rottweilers than the Pit Bulls. Yes, some get Pit Bulls, but they're partial Pit Bulls, but they usually get the Rottweilers. You know, Rottweiler's a bigger dog, so they figure, oh, that's a tougher dog than the Pit Bull, which isn't exactly true. Yeah, one time I was goofing around looking at the Russian video. There's videos like in Russia, and then dog fights are legal in Russia, you know. So anyway, they had like this pit bull going against a Rottweiler, and there's a pit bull gnawing at the Rottweiler's stomach. And well, it was a very small ring. No, that's the trouble. The Rottweiler didn't have room, and anyways, that's stupid to have dog fights in the ring. But you know, some countries it's actually legal. You know, it's legal to have rooster fights. You know, in some countries it's legal to eat animals, and then there's some countries, you know, though the United States, some people say, "Why you eat dogs and stuff like that?" Then they'll just say, "Well, you eat cows, don't you? They're alive." Yeah, they'll say stuff like that. No, I won't go to animal fights. You go to jail for that, Dave. I wouldn't go there live because you go to jail. Yeah, they haul people to jail for that. I don't want to go to jail. No, they won't have those in Minnesota because, like I've said, as far as the state of Minnesota is concerned, it's not the sentencing that's concerned, that's paying the restitution. You know, it's spent years paying restitution to the state of Minnesota. Years. Because they love to put the money on the sentencing. I know in your state of Texas, a lot of it is sentencing. You know, a lot of it is the sentencing part. Minnesota, it's the money part. Yeah, the sentencing isn't that high in Minnesota. It's the money. It's the money. The person don't pay it, they just put them back. There's some oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, watching the cats fight outside. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen cats fight outside. I've seen that. Yeah, and one cat chases another up the tree. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, you see those cat fights outside. No need to pay admission for that. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Let's see the votes they're doing these days. Okay, 4 votes, 3 males, and 1 female. Okay. That's okay. So we got yeah, that's fine. Three on one. There you go. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Well, I don't like to see those animals really fight for sport myself. So yeah, those that get caught now, you lose a lot of stuff, just like that ex NFL quarterback. Yeah, he got his house taken away. He had his money taken away. His dogs taken away. Yeah, there was some NFL quarterback a while back that was doing that, and I didn't know what that guy was thinking because he was making a lot of money playing football as it is. I mean, quarterback's the position in football that gets paid the most, And these days, for quarterbacks, defensive linemen can hardly touch them anymore. No, it wasn't Emmitt Smith. No. I know. I can Google it, I guess. Michael Vick. Yeah, it's his name, Michael Vick. His name was Michael Vick. No, Michael Vick. Michielvick. Michael Vick. Yeah. No, Ricky Williams got in trouble for drugs. Troy Aikman never got in trouble. Deion Sanders never got in trouble. Emmitt Smith never really got in trouble. But yeah, no, it was Michael Vick. Oh, and anyways, yeah, nowadays with football, with those new rules, they're setting receiving records left and right. Quarterbacks are setting touchdown records left and right. You know, yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, but back then it was basically illegal at the time. But like I say, though, as far as those NFL players we've talked about, they wouldn't give us the time of day. They just tell us, "I get out of here, get out of here. We don't want your kind of people around us." That's what they tell us. Yeah, that's what they tell us. Oh, and speaking of celebrities, a while back, one of my favorite actors, Lou Gossett Jr., died. He died. A talented actor. Yeah, he died recently. That was too bad. I like that guy. Pretty cool. Pretty, very, very talented actor. He died in his 80s. Yeah, 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 no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. He made a lot of money acting, and he really saved his money. Unlike many others, he did save his money. So that's what a person's got to do when they get a lot of money. Save most of it. Save it for a rainy day. Sometimes a person will have a rainy day with money. So yeah, and when you have that extra money for the rainy day, that helps. Make you mad, but yeah, yeah, it'll make you mad. Yeah, yeah. There's so many. Oh, there's another celebrity that died. C.J. Snare of Firehouse. Yeah, the metal band. Yeah, he died recently. Well, C.J. Snare, he probably partied up a storm. That guy. Right, right. Did more party stuff than we'd ever do. Yeah. Yeah, as I say, these days with this social media, I mean, with these days, people can look up stuff all the time, and you can find out things a lot easier, than when you're like look at the newspaper. I mean, I don't even look at a newspaper really anymore. You know, why should I? There's so much stuff to read on the internet. Who needs a newspaper? I don't need a newspaper. Oh, maybe I'll read a newspaper once in a blue moon. And I'm somewhere because that's the trouble when you're on these stupid phones, you know, and you got big fingers like I do. It's hard to push the fingers on the phones. No, it wasn't. Firehouse wasn't really trending because Happy 4200. Oh no, I had some good, delicious stuff there, Mr. Candor. No, no, no. This is gummies there, Mr. Candor. Yeah, I don't smoke that. I don't really smoke anymore because smoking's bad for my lungs and stuff like that, you know. And I have to use that stupid machine over there. See that? That's my that's my girlfriend. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah. Let's see. Wait a minute. 5 votes. Wait a minute. Let's see. I'm going to count. 5 votes. 3 males and 2 females. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully I could get my stuff together this year. I haven't got anything together right now. You know, everything's usual is tied up. Yeah, I've done a few towns here and there. You know, because you know you got to do different things on your channel. You know, you just can't do one thing all the time, or people will get bored and leave. So I got to do different things. Yeah, it's just funny thing is, I saw that bag fly up in the air. That was just cool. It was like on the ground, 10 feet up in the air. It was so high that it went over a couple of buildings in town. It was weird. An old grocery bag. That was fun. And I thought I missed it, but I got most of it. It was funny. That was the first time I saw a grocery bag fly that high, and hardly anybody's watching it, but oh well. I don't care. I don't care. You know, it's this YouTube. You know, they're just putting the screws to us poor independent channels. You know, they're trying to get us to go away. They want us to pay all this money to use tags. They want us to use all this money to learn how to put the little pictures on the side. What other shows I got next? Yeah, shut up. I'm not going to pay that. I'm not going to pay that. Then YouTube says, "Oh, we care about the kids. We care about the kids," and then they don't pay the kids, even when their parent, even if it's proven that they're parents of kids, the kids don't get paid. Oh yeah, YouTube cares about kids, all right. You know, yeah. No, I haven't seen that. No. Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching too much movies lately. Yeah, I've been watching too much mixed martial arts. The PFL, that Bob Bellator. I don't like their shows too much because PFL just talks too damn much. They just keep talk. I don't want to listen to talk. I want to watch fights. I don't want to watch talk. I'd rather watch a excuse me. I'd rather watch a fight on YouTube in some lower minor leagues when people get paid $5 a fight than a bunch of high paid people flapping their gums. You know, really. Yeah, yeah. Fly the plastic bag flying. Yeah, yeah. You don't see that too often. Yeah, don't see that too often. It was very windy. I think when I took $20 out of the bank, I think it blew my $20 out of my pocket too, or something. Because I knew I withdrew $20 and I lost the darn thing. I forgot where I put it. It was just weird. Yeah, it's weird. I lost my $20. I don't know where I put it. It was just odd. You know. See, when you get as old as I do, you forget things. You know, you can't help it. You forget things easier when you're older. I hate it, you know. And when you're 60 years, I'm 59. Yeah, I'm getting near 60. So I'm getting near 60 years old, and when you're near 60 years old, like I say, the younger people, most of them don't want to talk to you. I like the younger people actually better, but on the average, in my view, I'm not saying all older people are bad. Most are good. We know that, but the ones I run into, all they do is constantly complain. So I just don't like talking to them. I like the younger people better. They're more enthusiastic. The younger are more enthusiastic than the older. Yeah, that's the way I feel. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know that Special Olympics basketball thing. I wish they would have told the time of the game. I don't think I'm going to go if they don't tell the time. It's just weird. I guess I'll just go some other time. I'll see what other town there is. I don't know. I don't know. And it's the trouble too is you go to a lot of those places, you have a camera. The trouble a lot of people is if you're not from some major mainstream media outlet, they think a small YouTuber's a bother. A lot of people think that. It's just weird. Ageism? Oh, yeah, I don't care what people say about me personally. They can call me an old man all they want. Call me an old coot. I don't care. Call me any names they want. I was called all kinds of names all my life. I was called all kinds of names. Yeah, I got used to it. Yeah, if certain people bother me now, I just walk the other way. That's how I do. Might as well, because you know, I'm not gonna really fight back. Yeah, because I'm not gonna, because I don't get paid to fight, so I just walk the other way and have a good day. So as they say. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I've been. Oh boy, I'm just so. Yeah, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. I'm getting tired. Let's see. Let's go down in Chatsville. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like Dave's the only one in the room, according to the chat thing. It's like you're the only one in the room. Yeah, I guess everybody else, they like to come and go. They like to pop in, pop in and pop out. Yeah, they like to pop in and pop out. Oh yeah, about my Grand Marquis. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, about my Grand Marquis. It seems like on the bumper, I think the previous owner did a little touch up. Oh well, that's what people do before they trade used cars. A lot is they do touch ups. I mean, I went to a big car dealer to buy my vehicle. I mean, they're not going to do it, or they won't hire a body shop to do it because, you know, a lot of those bigger vehicle dealerships, they sell new vehicles like new trucks and new cars and new vans. I mean, that's where the money is, buying the brand new stuff or something that's, like a couple years old. That's where the money is if they can sell that. Yeah, cars like mine, you know, they just let it go. See, there's always some people they're gonna think, oh, I'm gonna touch up my vehicle, and when I take it to the dealership, I'm gonna get it extra money. Nah, dealers have their set price on the trades. They have the set price. They have a book. I think I've read. I heard from. I think my dad said he had a friend who was a dealer. They have like this book. They have like set price for vehicles. Where low end and high end and kind of talk. Never go higher in the high end, for example. You know, yeah, that's how they do it. Kappa Spankies. Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. Yeah, I know a lot of my audience. Yeah, over the time of the interviews, a lot of them come from Simmy and Jimmy. Yes, but you see, with me, see, we're unlike other groups of people. See, we are all independent media channels. You know, all of us. We are all independent media. You know, so we all like do our own thing, or we do it in groups. You know, yeah. Jimmy always has projects for other people, but he like doesn't. Yeah, but he like, but that's okay. He does it really for me, but that's okay. I'm not going to bother him with it. I just do my own thing. I do my own crappy videos. That's what I do. I do my own crappy videos. Yeah, I don't know. I just got to figure out new things. I'm on a budget. If I had a lot of money, I'd let's see, let's see. Now I got three males and three females. That's unusual. That's unusual. Yeah, 50-50. What's not cool at all? Oh, being independent media? I don't know. I like it. Or is it the males and the male? Anyway, we go. Let's see. Oh man, yeah. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why should it matter? I'm my own channel. I'm independent. I do my own thing. That's the way people in YouTube are, Dave. I mean, you can't ride coattails, Dave. Riding coattails doesn't work. I mean, look at the history of television. Okay, you knew people that liked Barbara Mandrell, for example, right? Okay, there is a show called Barbara um, I'll do. I'm looking for people, and when I get people, I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to interview with. That's a secret. I'm going to keep it a secret. I keep it a secret because I don't. Oh, what's my favorite Doritos flavor? I like that question. Um, I like ranch flavor with the dip, and nacho cheese is okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll keep you in mind sometime. But right now, yeah, I got to. Yeah, I got to do a couple of things. With my computer, I got to talk to the relatives about certain things, and yeah, there's Dave. Dave's usually riding coattails. You want to ride the coattails, Dave? That's fine. You go coattail ride because I don't ride coattails. Okay, you got a coattail there, Kappa. Dave wants to ride your coattails. Ride your coattails around and run around. Yeah, I ride nobody's coattails because I'm myself. I'm independent. I'm an independent media channel. It says right on my thing. I've been independent since I was in that last group, and the group leaders smashed me. So I'm an independent media channel. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's an interesting name you have there, Kappa McSpankies. That's an interesting name. There's always these interesting names. Kappa McSpankies. I like that name. Yeah. Yeah, make sure nobody steals it from you. Yeah, make sure nobody steals it. Yeah. Yeah, I know. With my name, the Wild Horse, that came out from the top of my head. I put it all in one word, then I spread it out after a while. my first picture I used for my, is it my little one or something? I use a zebra, and then I put my own picture on. And then for the big pictures, I just put pictures of action shots. I usually do pictures of action shots. Like that last one, and it's a little blurry, but yeah, it shows cars running around and two people pushing the button on the stoplight. You know, but as time goes by, I like to take crowd pictures, or take pictures of animals running around and stuff like that. I like the action shots. I don't like the pose shots. Too many people do these boring pose shots, especially when they're sitting in a restaurant table with some. Yeah, well, I was kind of late to get on the air, so Kurt, yeah, I was late getting on the air. I hope I kind of overslept. Oh, 16 different kinds of beans. Oh, yeah, I know. I do like beans. Yeah, I like Bush's baked beans. I like Southern barbecue flavor, but the trouble is they don't like sell those in like very small cans. They usually sell it in the larger can, and the other flavors they sell in the smaller cans. Yeah, yeah, they usually sell in the smaller cans. So I use a different flavor. I like Southern barbecue. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's just weird. But maybe Bush's don't sell enough or something. Because I mean, Bush's that I never tried beanie. We don't sell beanie weenies in Minnesota, Dave. We don't sell those in Minnesota. I never seen that kind of product. No, no, we're honestly. I'm talking about bean beans here. Yeah, um, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about beans. Yeah. Yeah. I like the Bushes. I usually buy the Bushes baked beans, and usually I cook it in the microwave because then you stir it up because it. Yeah, I just got so many bad kettles now that half of those should be thrown in the garbage can. I mean, recycled. Excuse me. Yeah, a lot of those should be recycled. Those kettles because they're chipped up. I mean, you get those crappy kettles. Oh, okay. I don't buy Hormel chili myself. That I don't buy Hormel chili. I'll tell you for speaking for myself. I only speak for myself on Hormel chili. You buy any product you want. But for me, when I bought Hormel chili one time, last time I bought it, I ate some. I ate a rock. And then when I had the next can, I thought it was a fluke. Another rock. Two rocks in a row. It was weird. So I don't buy it anymore. I'm afraid I'll eat a rock. It's just weird. It was a little pebble. Yeah. No, I usually get. Let's see. Once in a while, I get Wendy's. Once in a while, I get. Let's see. Yeah, I know. It's just so weird. No, I just go to the stores. I just go to the stores. Yeah, trouble with the Sam's Club membership. I don't really spend enough money. Yeah, you got it. When you have those Sam's Club things, person usually buys a lot of stuff, a lot more than I usually do. Yeah, no, but I eat all kinds of different stuff myself, and I have roommates, but we don't really. I don't really buy things for other people. We just pay bills and that's it. Excuse me. We just pay bills and that's it, more or less. Because you don't really want to, unless if it's your own family members, you know, your spouse and kids, yeah, you don't really want to buy for other people per se, because the more certain people you buy for, the more they want. Yeah, I've dealt with that before. The more you buy for certain people, the more they want. Yeah, it just, yeah. Yeah, you know what's worse than that sometimes? You get these people, they stick their hand out, put a sign up, out of gas, need money, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they don't need it. But you see, those are the people that have money, see? See, real hobos aren't going to stand by the street sticking their hand out for money. Hobos aren't going to do that. Hobos will walk around and they'll usually ask you, you know. That's what real hobos do. And the hobos are going to be near their homes, to have a place to sleep. Because when they're under a bridge or sleeping in the alley, they have stuff they might be stolen by some other hobos too. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's usually is. That's usually the scammers. Yeah. Because they've had stuff on YouTube videos of these people act like they're homeless, and then when they follow them, they live in this fancy house sometimes. They just like do it for a hobby. And yeah, some people actually live in homes that are very nice, but they act like they're hobos. Real hobos aren't going to stand like in the middle of an island asking for money. Hobos aren't going to do that. Hobos stay away from traffic, because a lot of times hobos they're drunk or high and they're scared to get killed. Yeah, it's illegal though. It's illegal to do that. Especially you don't want to do it in Minnesota. They fine you heavy, but yeah. Yep. Because it's actually illegal, like for a person to stand on an island continuously in Minnesota. Like when there's traffic going both sides, you can't stand there all day. Well, if you're crossing the street, they'll let you stand there for a little bit, but you eventually, when the roads are clear, you have to cross the street. Yeah, that's how it works. That's protesters will go on islands and stuff, fill up the islands. Yeah, they love to fill the islands. Road islands. I'll call them road islands. Yeah, I've run into those a couple of times. Ran into the road islands. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, I have some. I sometimes I do have a great laugh. Yeah. Yeah. With my strange life, sometimes you have to laugh. Really. Yeah, you have to laugh sometimes when you have a strange life. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yeah, there's all these podcasters too that say, "Oh, you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money. Get a lawyer. Get a lawyer that'll work for free." Yeah, shut up. I don't want to hear that shit. Lawyers all want money up front. The strangest thing about my life, actually, is when I when I was back when I was a kid, I went to Madison School. Hardly had any work. Had my arms twisted. Had quiet room teacher, um, Mr. Doug Anderson. Had my arms twisted. Sat me on his lap, grinding my you know what on his kneecap. That hurt a lot. Nobody cared. Nobody helped. I say it now. I've said it 1,000 times. Nobody's helping me. So, well, that's the way it goes. Anderson's lucky. I have to stay away from him. So, yeah, that's the truth. It happens. I've seen child abuse all around me when I was in that school. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've had people say, "You got to lawyer up for this." they're not going to do it. City of Minneapolis isn't going to give you any money unless it's cut and dry, unless it's cut and dry evidence, you know. But with his cut and dry videos these days, say in bigger cities, that major media outlets catch it, they just sell for settlements. You know, if somebody's roughed up, say by law enforcement. But it's got to be cut and dry. If it's your word against theirs, you're going to lose. You're going to lose, no matter what. Because law enforcement can say whatever they want. That's the way it works. I've dealt with law enforcement. I've had law enforcement just say strange things to me, just like that time when that lady hit my car, backing up. And I said, excuse me, ma'am. Stupid lady rolls down her window. Duh, you don't roll down your window. Your window's your protection, stupid woman. But anyway, I say, ma'am, you hit my car, and you're calling in, do all the right things. And then the patrolman talks to her 90% of the time. And yeah, it's just so weird. And he tells me, she hit my 1997 Park Avenue with her 2020 Volkswagen SUV. That's a truck. Okay. Then the patrolman looks at my car, like, no damage. You got a tough car. Those 90s cars are very tough. Oh, they're tough. Oh, you're lucky you got a tough car. Hey, the poor lady feels bad. Take it easy on her. Hey, your car's tough. Look in the bright side. I'm sitting there thinking, well, my car got hit. And she jarred me really good, too. Yeah. Well, I had to be nice to the guy. Like I didn't ask her for money. He would have thrown me on the ground and cuffed me, you know. Okay, I didn't ask her. I was thinking of asking her for money. Lucky I didn't. Oh boy. Is female privilege real? No, it's just a survey of like male and female. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's sad. Oh, wow. Yeah, sometimes, when people don't use the blinkers and turn wrong, it technically like it's their fault. Sometimes you deal with law enforcement, they might call it your fault. Yeah, sometimes I've heard that happen before. You know, accident investigators are not perfect. Yeah, when someone's almost hitting me, I avoid accidents at all costs. Because I have a saying on that, just like mixed martial arts, when one fighter fights another, never leave the decision in the hands of the judges. For me, I avoid accidents because you can't leave accidents with the decision of accident investigators. So I avoid accidents at all costs. I know how to do it too. Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But that lady that hit me, see, she just like got off scot-free. I was extra nicer. She's lucky. She's an old lady from a small town. She's lived a lucky life. There's people that live lucky lives. Well, not in the bigger cities anymore. No. Oh, no. I understand that. I understand the bigger cities. Yeah. But I mean, the bigger cities are a lot tougher than they used to be. When I used to live in the bigger cities years ago, I was a talker. My talking won't work anymore because people in bigger cities, they're affected by social media. Social media has affected people in more ways than one. I'm sure it's affected me some ways too. I'm just some uneducated, I'm just some uneducated clown on YouTube. That's what I am. I got some past crap and like I said, I've done some traveling before, but I just stay in the cheapest motels. Some had bugs in them. Some had bugs. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, now when I travel, I gotta take that stupid thing with me. And I can't travel as far now as I used to, unless I had a lot of money and spread the travel time, you know. Yeah, you gotta kind of spread the travel time. Yeah, that's true. There's some motels that don't, or sometimes they'll put some cheap bug killer on there. You know, like with fruit flies. You know, you get those little bug apples, Black Flag. They work really good, but if they have a serious fruit fly problem, you're always going to get a couple of them dancing, and then the next day you're going to get a lot more because fruit flies they multiply in one day. Yeah, fruit flies are born to breed insects. That's what fruit flies are, born to breed. As soon as they're born, they breed. That's the fruit flies for you. Yeah, I hate fruit flies. I hate cockroaches. Oh, those cockroaches! Oh yeah, I stayed in a apartment in Mankato one time. I think it was like Ornaz Plaza for a while. Cockroaches are about either size of your little fingernail. They're like this tall. I was dealing with a cockroach that tall once. The little bugger just ran like crazy. He just, pew! I couldn't catch that bugger. That was like an athletic cockroach. Well, I wish I would have had a camera for that. Doggone it. Yeah, there you go. You're born to breed. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, there's cockroaches everywhere. There's cockroaches in the city, in the country. Yeah, cockroaches are the most um, multi-breeding insect out there, and they're disgusting. Oh yeah, cockroaches are very disgusting. They're worse than they're like houseflies. They're like houseflies. They're disgusting. But cockroaches are more disgusting than houseflies because they'll land on something for a while. They just land on things, land on things, land on things. Houseflies just fly around and annoy you. Yeah, born to breed insects. Yeah, you got your professional insect killers, and they can't kill all the insects. Yeah, they can't even kill all the insects. Yeah, and you got those sprayers that spray these chemicals, the farmers. They can't kill all the insects. Yep, got all kinds of stuff. There's some people. Oh yeah, I remember the old days. Oh, I have. No cockroaches. Cockroaches can live in cold areas too. Cockroaches can live in very cold areas as well as warm. And there's several different kinds of cockroaches, not one kind, because cockroaches like come in different sizes. So, like I said before, when I lived in Ornaz Plaza, you had one like this small, and you got one like this long, all sizes. Yeah, all kinds of different sizes. Yeah, like you get a lot of cockroaches in like dirty restaurants, dirty dirty apartments, dirty motel rooms. Yeah, when people like live on the bad side of town, you're going to get a lot of insects, tons of insects. But sometimes there's people that'll live in those places for years and don't even care. They don't care about insects because sometimes people prefer to be dirty. There's people like that out there. They prefer to be dirty. I've known people like that. I've been in places people had all kinds of bugs. They just say, who cares about the bugs? They don't bother me. I've had people like that before, and I stay away from those people. Yeah, my friend, they're timestamp guy. All right. Yeah, you got more subscribers than I do, and you don't even post videos or a timestamp guy. Maybe I should be the timestamp guy too. No, no, you're the original one. No, nobody. Yeah, guys, more subscribers than I got. Yay. I can't get over that. You have more subscribers than I do, and all you do is timestamp. I can't get over that. It's funny. I like that. Yeah, when I first saw you in comment chats, I just thought to myself, whatever, no timestamp guy? I don't know. Because I've seen you in comments, you do all this timestamping, and it's just interesting. And I just thought to myself, wow, this guy's interesting. Yeah, I like that. It was just, of course, with my YouTube comments, I usually, you know, say things that are unusual. Sometimes I'll say things that are unusual, you know. So in certain YouTube comments, I'll do that too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some YouTube commenters, for example, they'll just pick fights all the time. Why pick fights? Why picking fights in comments? I mean, that's cowardly. See someone to their face out in the street once, but they won't. Keyboard gladiators never say some to somebody's face on the street. Never. Because keyboard gladiators feel good about themselves. They say keyboard warriors. I call them keyboard gladiators. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that timestamp. Oh, you too, Kappa McSpankies. You too. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I'm gonna write your name down. I'll look you up when I'm done with the show. Okay. I'll write your name down. Okay. There you go. I'll look you up sometime after the show. Sometimes I'll look up YouTube channels after a show on the chat thing and see what kind of videos they do on YouTube. Some do, some don't. That's okay. You know, because in the past, I mean, ever since this YouTube policy, I've had a lot of good channels quit. Yeah, I knew there was a YouTube channel I saw a while back of this one guy. He was like a cabinet channel. He was getting like 850 subscribers, way more views than me. He says, this isn't fair. I make cabinets for my subscribers. And he says, this money I get from YouTube, he says, a lot of that goes for my equipment. He was very, very sad about it. I thought to myself, yeah, I feel sorry for you, man. Hey, he was a cabinet channel, you know? Yeah. Yeah, you do these days. Yeah, they change stuff around a lot. Yeah, they're trying to you know what they're trying to do is they're trying to get all of us to go to the A-list celebrities in the mainstream media outlets. That's what they're trying to do. It's not going to work. Won't work with me. May work with some people. I'll give it that. But most people isn't going to work, especially the younger people. The younger people don't even care about mainstream stuff anymore. I think pop music their popularity is going more down all the time. You know, I mean, where I used to live in central Minnesota, more people like country music than rock, way more. I've seen younger kids, they listen to this country music. It sounds like my late Uncle Ed is listening to it. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, oh, my Uncle Ed was alive. He'd be happy for that one. Yeah. For that one. No, he'd be unhappy with most of what's going on. People with different hairstyles and all that. Yeah, I remember my late Uncle Ed. When 1960 came about, he thought to himself, the world is over. After 1960. For my father, that was about 1980. Yeah. My father, he kind of tolerated the 70s. He didn't really like the long hair, but then he said, well, I guess kids are different. What can you do? He says, sometimes, he says, kids go off the deep end. That's what my father would say to me. He says, no, you can wear your hair long, Randy, but you should have it short. You look a lot better. I said, but Dad, all the kids will beat me up. And then my mother would come up to my dad, oh, Harold, let Randy wear his hair out. Those the kids, leave him alone.
She says, "It don't cost much to wear. It's actually cheaper to wear your hair long."
My dad says, "Yeah, but these guys, they look like girls." So they say, the guys would look like girls. Yeah, then my uncle would definitely say that. And my dad would get upset sometimes. He'd go to the store. I saw some guy with an earring on his left ear. Earrings are for women. He just gripe on and on all night long about it. It was funny as heck, my father. He just gripe and gripe and gripe. I told my dad, I said, "What can you do, Dad?" He says, "Oh, you're just going to not say anything and let him? Aren't you going to really say something?" I said, "Well, what if he wants to punch me in the mouth or something?" You never know. They might want to punch you. Some of those guys that wear those like earrings and wear funny hair, some of those guys are very tough. Yeah. Yeah, just like that one time when I met that punk rocker years ago in Industrial Up. I don't even remember his name. Yeah, he was telling everybody he didn't make much money. He lived in some shack. I've been there. Had a lot of bugs. Yeah, he said to some people, "Yeah, this one bum man." He said, "Yeah, he told me to shut up. I didn't like it. I saw him sleeping outside." He says, "I took these boots." See, he had these kind of boots like these brown boots. They had these ties. You know, it was style boots. You know what they used to call those boots? Ass kickers, because those boots, when they kick somebody, it bruised them. It was like these flat boots, flat like brown boots. They had these ties on them, strong rope. Oh, you break legs with those boots. Yeah. When I saw somebody with those boots, you know, somebody even equal ability, I think to myself, well, I better get those boots too, or throw sand in their eyes or something. Because when you get down and dirty in the alley, yeah, that's illegal too. That's the trouble. Oh yeah, that's a long time in the jug for that. That's a long time in the jug, and I don't want to be in no jug. So I don't want to be in the jug. Not me. Not me. Yeah, I just avoid fights. If they want to fight, go in the ring and mix martial arts or something. I do that. If I think I could beat my opponent, I do it. If I can't beat them, no, because I don't fight to lose. Yeah, unless they pay you. Well, I guess if they paid me, I guess I could be a journeyman. But then, even as a journeyman, what if I get some opponent that takes care of me? Take care of me really bad. Because a lot of those people in mixed martial arts, they come from the streets. They fight all the time. They fight all the time, and they learn how to break bones in certain areas too with their fists. Yeah, yeah, they learn a lot of stuff. They learn dirty tricks too. If they get away with the ref, you might have like a stupid ref like that one Steve Mazzagatti from mixed martial arts. He's like the worst referee in history. I mean, he was better than me, but he was the worst referee in mixed martial arts history. Yeah, yeah. I remember an Ultimate Fighter that Mark the Hammer Coleman. He wanted to punch him. If I was Mazzagatti, I'd be scared of Coleman. Old the Hammer Mark Coleman. I'd be scared of that guy. Yeah. Oh, is it when I watched that Ultimate Fighter from years ago? Was it he went against a major Moti Hortonstein from Israel? He was this top major in the Israeli army. Mark Coleman just beat his face in 1 minute. He kept punching him in the face, and then Hortonstein puts his hands up. Oh man, Coleman just destroyed that major of the Israeli army. Man, just destroyed him. Hortonstein's a tough man. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't fight Moti Hortonstein because Hortonstein would take care of me. Yeah, he'd take care of me. He definitely would. So, yeah, anybody who can get in those tournaments, hats off to you. Wish I could do it, but most of the opponents would break me now with my 59-year-old broken down body. Yeah, my 59-year-old broken down body. They break my bones so bad. I'm just like, ah, ow, 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 ow. I sing the owl song. Ow, 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 ah. That's the songs I'd be singing when my opponent hits me. I'd be singing the owl song. Oh, let's see. Okay, floating around a little bit. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's see how everybody's doing tonight. See where am I on this? Right to them, the only one in the room. Cool. I chased everybody out of the room. Says I'm the only one. Oh, yeah, 5 people. It says 5 here. Then when I click on top chat, I'm the only one in the room. It's just so weird. kind of tickles the mind, you know, and tickles the mind a little bit. Really does. Yeah, really, really does. Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, where is that? Oh, yeah, just. I don't even know what to say. Anybody in the chat have something to say? Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. I'll come to speaking of that. Say, Dave, do you ever watch any of those like real old time shows on YouTube sometimes? Those old cornball detective shows like I used to watch. You probably don't watch those, right? Like the Rockford Files. You ever watch that? I just wondered. You watch the Rockford Files or? Because if you haven't, yeah, James Gardner. I've read the interview about James Gardner. He did all his own stunts. Yeah, he did all his own stunts. They signed a waiver with him so that he can't sue him, and he signed the waiver and stuff. Yeah, he did all his own stunts. Even like in car chases, they'd offer him an extra. He said, "Oh no, I want to do it." He says, "I love doing stunts," and he did. He did very. He was a perfect. He was a. Oh yeah, he was like equal to the best. Yeah, he was equal to the best stuntman out there in Hollywood. He was like equal to the best ones. That's how outstanding he was. but he wanted to do his own stunts. And that got a lot of the audience too when he did interviews. Yeah, I do my own stunts and stuff like that. And people say, cool, there's a real man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They used to, when you fire up the tires, like when you spin around, they used to call that the Rockford. They do the Rockford. That's what they call it. Because they watch the Rockford Files. A lot of kids would copy them on the street. Yeah, but their rear-wheel drive vehicles will do Rockford stuff. Yeah. No, actually, when I watched, they saw the interview too. They were offering James Gardner like a Trans Am. Gardner said no. He says, I want him to have an esprit. I want the character to be a struggling private investigator. He wanted to be a struggling one that had barely any money, barely had anything to eat in the refrigerator. Yeah. Yeah, it's like living in a small trailer on the beach. That his dad was, I think, out in a trailer too, but a lot of times, Rockford, he was always nice to his relatives. He'll give his dad some money because his dad was like a cool guy and raised him good, so he helps his dad a lot. And yeah, I remember that guy that played Angel. It was funny. Sometimes he'd screw up on stuff and he'd cry, sorry, Jimmy. He'd always be crying, apologizing, like he's going to cry. It's funny. They always have Angel like apologize and cry baby. That's funny. When you watch those other episodes, yeah. Well, they had their characters just funny as hell. They got that guy named Dennis, the police sergeant. He hardly ever listened to Rockford, even though Rockford was always right. And Dennis, a lot of the time, wouldn't even listen to him. It's just funny as hell. Yeah, they made Dennis like he was. To me, they made him look like he was like an incompetent sergeant, but they liked each other. He didn't try to get him fired. Oh no, he just lived with him. Lived with his incompetence. I guess he liked Dennis according to the character. You know how that goes. They just make the show interesting. They'll get certain people act like idiots and stuff, and sometimes they even like the idiots. Yeah, I like that character Dennis too. Even though he acted like an idiot, I kind of liked it. I like the actor that played him. He did very well in playing a sergeant who was kind of an idiot. Yeah. Yeah, what was it? I like that one the best where they had Isaac Hayes and Lou Gossett Jr. Lou Gossett Jr. was on there too in that episode, that one that died. He was in that episode. Gossett was like this greedy lawyer. He played a greedy lawyer who was like kissing up to the guy who played Isaac Hayes. His name is Gandhi or something like that. He was like a big guy. He ran the prison dog cells. And he's always beating people up, but he couldn't really beat up Rockford because he could beat up Rockford, but he respected him because Rockford always helped him for nothing. Because Gandhi wouldn't have any money, but he'd like him for muscle. So Rockford was nice to him. Or was it Gandhi? His name was Gandhi. That's right. Then they had this one episode where I got to get rid of Gandhi. He's eating me out of house and home. Because he's like a big guy with a big appetite. That was funny. He's eating me out of house and home. Yeah, you get some of those big people to eat you out of house and home. Yeah, I just, yeah, kind of, just kind of trying to figure out things. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Oh, that's a good question, Dave. Pumpkin pie. She cooked the best pumpkin pie in my opinion, better than any restaurant. Or she'd make cherry and apple pie. Yeah, but she didn't do it according to the recipes that were like top rate, so she couldn't really sell this stuff nationally because she already did it out of the recipes of other people. So, oh, speaking of that, Dave, I caught an episode on Password on YouTube. This will blow your mind. Okay, you know Irene Ryan, who played Granny on the Beverly Hillbillies? Okay, all these other people are like sending her recipes and how to make this stuff. Of course, Irene Ryan, of course, has friends who cook the stuff and have her try it. Because Irene Ryan, you know what Irene Ryan did with all those recipes? She made a cookbook and sold it and kept all the money. And her cookbook made a lot of money too. Smart lady, Irene Ryan. Because you send stuff to her, you know, it's no trademark on it. She can do what she wants with it and then trademark it on you. They can do that. Always got to be careful what you send. Always got to be careful. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, the way my mom made it. Yeah, but I usually like cherry and apple better. Yeah, yeah, she made excellent pies, but it was copied a recipe. I just still laughed when Irene Ryan. I was thinking of Irene Ryan, Granny Beverly Hillbillies, took all these other people's recipes and made money on it herself, and the other people wrote the recipes. That's a smart lady, Irene Ryan. I couldn't do that. I couldn't see if you wrote a recipe for some meal or something, Dave. I'm not going to do that to you. No, let's see. Old school Dave sent me a recipe how to make pumpkin pie. See, does it work? Yeah. Oh, I got other recipes sent too. You know what? I'm gonna publish a book, keep all the money, and you know what, Dave? You don't get a cent. See, I can't do that to you. Irene Ryan could. She could do that to you. She did. She did to a lot of people. I just can't. I can't get over it. Hey, Dave, think about it. Think about it. It was on Password in the '60s with Alan Ludden. Yeah, you're welcome. But but isn't that weird though, Dave? Think about it. Irene Ryan writes a book on other people's recipes, and she makes all the money. That book sold a lot too. You put Irene Ryan's name on his Granny and Beverly Hillbillies, that's going to sell a lot because she played a real good hillbilly. I know. She played an excellent hillbilly though. She cooked all this collard greens and fatbacks and gopher gravy. I don't know. Maybe I could eat that. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it sometime somewhere. Yeah, they actually people make that stuff. Yeah, they actually make that stuff. Hill people, gopher gravy, grits, fatback. Yeah, they actually make that. You know, people out in the hills and stuff like that. I've heard. You know, in some areas of the United States. You know, not just the South, the North too. Yeah, some people cook like that. Some will probably cook raccoon stew or whatever. Yeah, some people are nuts when they cook certain things. Yeah, I couldn't eat raccoon. The only about raccoons, they could stay away from me. Hey, Barrett Brown, how you doing, man? Yeah, when a person does that, true, but a person's got to but got to watch the laws too on certain things in the United States. Because in some states, say in California, hunt the wrong animal, or Minnesota, hunt the wrong animal, they'll fine you so bad you'll cry. They'll fine you so bad you'll cry. Because I read about in the '90s, a lady one time was it picked up an actual eagle feather once. Yeah, she made some kind of poetry and was sent it to Hillary Clinton. And I guess she wasn't supposed to collect the eagle feather. She got a $25,000 fine in the 1990s. Yeah, a $25,000 fine because that's a protected bird at the time, the eagle. She just took a feather. She didn't take it out of the eagle. She found it on the ground. She didn't just pluck it off the eagle. Here you go. There's a feather for you. No. It's just, as I say, people got to watch the laws very carefully because those fines, when it comes to animals, they're brutal. they'll make your wallet cry. Yeah. Well, yeah, they'll send her. If she doesn't care and send her to jail, there's some people like that too. Yeah, there's people like that too. They just go to jail and don't care. I knew people like that too. I know all kinds of strange people in my life. One time I was living in, what's it, 27th and Pleasant South. They had all this crime around me. People getting jumped all the time and robbed and all that. There's a guy across from me. I said, you know something? I just hate this crime around here. He says, who cares? I like it. It's entertaining for me. Sometimes I go outside and see somebody get clocked. I just laugh. I said, he says, yeah, well, that's the way I feel. I like it. I like all this crime. He says, it keeps me entertained outside. I said, okay. I guess everybody's, he says, I hope you shut up out in the street. I do. Yeah, brother, I do, man. I do. He says, I know you do. I can tell you do. And yeah, and keep shutting up. That's the best way to live there, partner, when you live in the bad side of town. I said, okay. Yeah, maybe he's a character. That guy across the hall from me in that apartment out in Pleasant Avenue South. It was just weird. Oh, yeah, he'd defend himself in a fight. You can tell. Crazy people in South Minneapolis. Yeah, I remember another guy lived downtown, was the top PCI. He was this guy who was like 20, I think he was like 20 years old. He was living with a lady who was like 52. She was like all full of wrinkles all over the place and scars. I mean, she looked old. I'll put it this way. She made Irene Ryan as Granny in the Beverly Hills. She made her look like a fashion model in comparison. And I'm not kidding you neither. Yeah, he lived with her, and I talked to him once. I said, hey, do you watch these shows on TV on crime? He says, watch TV. He says, are you kidding? I just look out my second story window, open it up, watch, and see people attack each other all the time. And you meet some weird people. Yeah, if somebody gets hurt, who cares? It's just strange, odd people. I'd rather see people get along and have a good time. I do. That's why I like going to parades. See most of the people having a good time. Having a good time is the best time. That's the way I look at it. Having a good time is the best time. Having a good time is the day. I just got to get someone out there that can play guitar, doggone it, you know. Let's see. She could, but the more expensive the lawyer, the more likely the person will get out. Because you need an outstanding lawyer to get you out. You know, the lawyers that are cheap, that's worked for years, you know, they'll just collect your money and that's it, you know. Because if they have a big line of cheap people, they're in a hurry. And some of these lawyers that get paid a lot of money, they got a lot of time. they could just look up every little detail of a law. I mean, there's this thing in Skidmore, Missouri about Ken Rex McElroy. He kept hiring this guy named Richard McFadden. McFadden would get McElroy out of everything for years. and McElroy was guilty. I felt sorry for the people of Skidmore, Missouri. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I was thinking of doing a YouTube video on Skidmore, Missouri myself. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. It'd be interesting. Man, toothpicks everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not easy. Like I say about they say the more money, the better the lawyer. That's how it works in the United States. Yep. I've heard weird. I read a weird interview with Madonna once that blew my mind. Yeah, Madonna can do things we go to jail for. Put it that way. Yeah, that lady. Boy. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Madonna, she's so weird. Or what I read once, a dancer came in a couple minutes late. She got so mad. She said, "You either kiss my feet or you're fired." And the dancer kissed her feet because she pays more to dancers than probably anybody else. He pays her dancers probably a lot of money more than anybody else. So, yeah, I'm sure. Because she's not known to jip people out of their money. I never hear anything about it. Oh, yeah. Well, no, not really. Yeah, I'm a go. So, good night, everybody. Bye.